Appreciate you taking time to learn more about Sweet Grown Alabama. I am Ellie Watson, the director of the Sweet Grown Alabama program, and have been with the program almost 6 years now. It's crazy, since we started in 2019. And my right hand lady, my brain, the person that likes to keep me straight, I like to say, is Ashling Walding, who y'all see there. She is going to talk to us in just a little bit, but she's been with Sweet Grown for what, 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years.
So she is basically an old hat too. We make up the Sweet Grown Alabama team, and then we also have lots of help from Department of Agriculture team members and the Alabama Farmers Federation team members. So it really is a joint effort to bring all of this program to life. So where we started, like I said, in 2019 was basically when Commissioner Rick Pate, who is the gentleman there in the center, got elected as our ag commissioner. He had seen consumers all across the state of Alabama desperate to know where their food came from, how it was grown, who was growing that product. So in 2019, he kind of came alongside Jimmy Parnell, who is the president of the Alabama Farmers Federation and Alpha Insurance Companies, who you see there on the right, and Horace Horn, who is the vice president of economic development at Power South Energy Cooperative. And these three gentlemen got together and said, we are going to do whatever it takes to make a state brand program work for Alabama. Other states across the country have been doing these programs for years quite successfully. And Alabama had kind of been at a standstill due to different personalities and people wanting the glory for these type programs. So we were started as a nonprofit so that no one group or no one organization would kind of get that credit, and we could pool the resources of all of the industry for the betterment of all of the industry. So this group makes up our board of directors now, and Ashling and I operate at their pleasure. They tell us, the goals that they would like us to achieve. They help us set the budget, and then Ashling and I do that day-to-day work at their instruction. So we're super thankful for this board of directors and the fact that we are a nonprofit so that we can reach so many different, farmers and sectors in the state of Alabama, and so that we can partner with so many different corporate partners. So you'll see on the list of sponsors here that these are not just farm organizations. We partner with also health organizations and groups that just care about community good in Alabama to help connect Alabama farmers and families. That is what our entire program exists to do, to have an easy resource for consumers to find locally grown products, but ultimately for farmers to get a price premium for those products that they're selling. So we'd be remiss not to thank these sponsors as well as the state legislature. They are huge in supporting our program. We get about a $300,000 appropriation from the state general fund each year. And because of that state general fund appropriation and these sponsors, we're super thrilled to announce that for 2025, we are able to reduce our membership dues fee structure. So up until this point, we've had kind of a tiered structure based on farm or company annual sales. And some of our members were paying up to $4,800, so a very exorbitant fee. In the beginning, when we set up our program, we really didn't know how we were going to be able to pay for this, to be totally honest. But since we have seen such support in the past 5 years from our sponsors and the state legislature, we are thrilled that in a time where everything else is going up, every thing else is inflating in our lives, that we're able to reduce that membership fee to a flat $100 annual fee. What do you get for that fee? So well, let me talk about the different categories first. So we kind of have two categories of membership for folks that are traditional farmers, is kind of what I like to refer to them as, and then people that are critical to our supply chain that help us get our products to market. So our Sweet Grown Alabama category of membership is going to be your very traditional products. It's not just produce. That's something that I really want to make sure everyone understands. We represent produce. We represent sod farmers that you put, sod in your front yard. We represent meat products, beef, pork, chicken. We represent eggs, honey, dairy products, goat milk soaps, cheeses, flowers, fresh cut flowers, container flowers that you plant in your front yard. Anything grown in the state of Alabama is eligible to be part of our program, and we want it to be part of our program so that we have diverse offerings for consumers that are looking for all of these great local products. So those kind of traditional products fall under the Sweet Grown Alabama category. along with value-added products. So think about things like pecan or peanut candies that might have the nut product, but also chocolate. Obviously, that chocolate is not grown in Alabama, but if 50% of that finished product is grown here, a product is eligible to bear the Sweet Grown Alabama logo. And then our second category of membership is for associations and associate members. So partners in this farm to table movement that we have, restaurants, grocery stores, farmers markets, anyone that kind of falls into that category is also eligible and highly encouraged to join the program. So what do you get for that $100? The first kind of biggest, most important benefit to me is that you get listed in our online searchable database at sweetgrownalabama.org. If you haven't checked out that website, I encourage you to do that. It is a wealth of resources, different articles and videos and cool things that you can see there and that consumers get to see and learn about agriculture. But this interactive map is the #1 page on the site that is visited, the #1 thing that we promote to consumers. Each one of those little map dots represents a member. We have about 400 members in Sweet Grown Alabama right now, and our goal is to grow that exponentially for 2025 because we know that that's just a drop in the bucket of great farmers across the state of Alabama and great markets and stores and businesses that help us support those farmers. So each one of those map dots represents a business. And a consumer can go to those drop-down arrows and filter by business type. So if they want to just find farmers markets, they can do that. Or they can select a product that they're looking for, like beef or eggs. And then they can search by their zip code and find those farms and businesses closest to them. When you click into one of those map dots, you see this customizable database page. As a potential member, you will have the opportunity to customize every aspect of this database page, the products you grow, how you sell, any certifications that you have, as well as your contact information. Videos and photos can also be added by emailing us, but changes can be made to this at any time. So, as you're filling out that membership application, that is the information that we'll use to populate this membership database page, but we can make those updates whenever it is needed. Consumers see this and then they know to call or visit your Facebook page or your website to learn more about your farm and how to purchase. The next benefit that you get as a Sweet Grown Alabama member is the right to use that recognized Sweet Grown Alabama logo on your product. So you see several different examples here of ways that those logos have been creatively used, again, across many different commodities, not just produce. It is a catchy logo that consumers care about. I have anecdotal stories as to how consumers care about this logo, but some of y'all are very data focused. And so we have hard data from Auburn University, from the College of Agriculture and the Alabama Cooperative Extension System. They did a study for us last year that tracked consumers' willingness to pay for, this was specifically on sweet potatoes at several different farmers market locations across the state. And they had this really interactive, real-time data testing going on where they gave consumers real cash and asked them what they were willing to pay for products sitting on a farmer's market table. So they had a basket of sweet potatoes that just, didn't have any branding. Then they had a basket of sweet potatoes that said it was from Alabama. Then they had a basket of sweet potatoes that said it was Sweet Grown Alabama and had that logo. And then they also had some Mississippi potatoes as well. And you can see here on this chart that consumers were willing to pay $1.01 more for the product that said Sweet Grown Alabama, that had that logo on it, as opposed to just the product that said it was from the state of Alabama. So you can go out on your own and you can write a sign that says that it is grown in Alabama, but we know that consumers are willing to pay more when that Sweet Grown Alabama logo is depicted on a product. And that is a fantastic reason for you to take advantage of our program and join with that $100 membership. We also take those membership dues and those state appropriations from the legislature and our sponsorship fees, and we spend about $300,000 annually marketing that logo. So again, you've got $300,000 being spent on a brand versus something that you can just handwrite and say it's from the state of Alabama or type up on the computer and make it look pretty, but there's no brand recognition there. So what Sweet Grown Alabama is really promoting is that brand recognition. So we do billboards, podcast ads, television ads, print and digital ads. When you see an ad on YouTube or on your websites that you're scrolling on, computer or your phone, Those are all the types of ads that we spend that $300,000 to reach consumers across the state of Alabama. These are some examples of those advertisements that we do. Here are a few more of those. That's our commercial up in the top right corner. We did a brand new commercial for 2024 that is phenomenal. It really helps people see themselves, see families supporting local farmers so that they can put themselves in those shoes and learn how to support local farmers in their communities. We also do marketing things like sports marketing. So you'll see on the upper left-hand corner there, we had advertisements this year and we have them for 2025 with Alabama Athletics. So this was in the basketball arena there at the University of Alabama. And the bottom left-hand corner is an ad that was in the UAB football program. And we had several others across the state at different colleges and universities as part of a grant program that we did promoting local. Again, just trying to create that brand awareness so consumers see that logo and know it's a healthy local product and that they're keeping their dollars in the pockets of their neighbors and it's not going across the country or across the world when they're buying products. Ashling also does a series for us on Simply Southern TV. That is on RFD TV and on every television station in the state of Alabama, where she highlights products that are in season and products that are always in season, like jams and jellies and meat products. She does a phenomenal job on that. We also have advertisements and a recipe sponsorship on Simply Southern Television. So just a little snapshot of how those marketing dollars are being spent. What are the results of that $300,000 marketing spend? Because of that, last year alone, we had almost 90,000 website users. 90,000 people going to sweetgrownalabama.org looking for local products. If your farm is not on there, you're missing out on that opportunity, those people that already are willing to spend that money locally. We're really proud of that. We also had over 19 million impressions made through those billboards, television ads, and all the rest of the marketing that we did. So repetition is key in marketing. So we are trying to hit those same people over and over and over so that they are continuing to remember to purchase local products and to remember that purchasing from locally grown farmers is the #1 priority. You'll also see there we had 26,000 social media followers this year. Ashling manages our social media pages and has done a phenomenal job this year. I really challenged her to grow that following. She did a great job. You see on those charts to the right, every single category just has grown, grown, grown. Social media, website users, membership, our e-newsletter that she's going to talk about later. All of those platforms have grown exponentially since 2019, and that growth is only going to continue for 2025 and beyond. We also, as a membership benefit, have several events that we invite our members to or we host on behalf of our members. So we do pop-up farmers markets at a couple locations across the state. The number of those really varies depending on what events are happening, but we always typically have a pop-up farmers market in Montgomery outside of Commissioner Rick Pate's annual tomato sandwich lunch. That's a really fun one. We typically do one in Montgomery with the Cattlemen's Association and Poultry and Egg Associations. And then sometimes we do those for our sponsors. We've done a couple up in North Alabama. So it really just depends on kind of what the year looks like. But that's one thing that our members are eligible to join us for. That is included with your membership. There's no additional fee to set up and sell at those pop-up farmers markets. We also host an annual event called Sweet Grown Alabama Day. You see there that our team was represented with Governor Kay Ivey this year for her proclamation of Sweet Grown Alabama Day this summer. That is a big media blitz. So in addition to the physical events that we're attending, we have farmers markets across the state that are hosting special events on this day. We try to get media attention on Sweet Grown Alabama year round, but specifically on this day. We want news outlets talking about why they should support local. We want them interviewing you on your farm. We want customers talking about why supporting local is important on social media. So that culminates on Sweet Grown Alabama Day. Then we also host a legislative luncheon. I mentioned to you that our program is funded heavily by the state legislature. So those relationships with our legislators is very important, and we want our members to come to that and meet our legislators. That's included in your membership. It's a free lunch. It's a time to network with some of the most important decision makers in the city, really. So that is a super neat opportunity. We have that on the calendar for this year, February 11th. So if you join after this webinar or join in the next couple weeks, we'd love to have you at that legislative luncheon February 11th, and we can get more information to you if you are interested in that. The invitations have already gone out. So if you're joining and interested, please let us know. Our kind of capstone event, the big one, the one that we take the most time planning and the one that costs the most money, to be totally frank. Our farm to table dinner. This is the most fun event that I have ever gotten to plan or ever gotten to attend. We rotate the dinner throughout the state every single year. So last year we had the dinner in what we called North Alabama at Bennett Farms. And this year we will be down in South Alabama in Enterprise at Dalrymple Farms. We've already got that kind of on the books. We are super excited to be back down to South Alabama and showcase locally grown products to the consumers there. Our members get to come to this dinner for an incredibly discounted rate. Last year, the membership price did not even cover the cost of food for each person. So our members come basically at a super, super discounted ticket rate. And then we invite legislators to come to this. We invite our sponsors to all come and enjoy free of charge. And then we sell tickets to the community members to highlight our farmers' products. So everything that you see on this table, excuse me, everything you see on these tables, the flowers, the food, the venue, all of it is Sweet Grown Alabama. Our members are the only people we source from. So if you're a member, that puts you in that pool for us to choose these products from your farm for these dinners. And we pay all of our members for these products. We don't ask for handouts. We don't ask for freebies for this. And it's just a really nice time of celebration. Again, I mentioned that we are constantly traveling the state, going to speaking engagements and events. We attended over 100 events, just the two of us last year. We speak at Rotary clubs, we speak at church groups, telling the story of why consumers should support local. So we really try to humanize the brand, and we really try to make people feel connected to Sweet Grown Alabama so that they'll visit sweetgrownalabama.org, find a local farm like yours, and then spend money on those local products, or go to a local farmer's market, or a local restaurant that's selling local, or a grocery store that has local. So you can pretty much find us traveling the state year round, telling your story, promoting your products. We also partner with grocery stores to make this happen. You see here examples of some of the ads that were used in local grocery stores, and we advocate for our members when grocery stores are looking for products to purchase. Grocery stores also can join our program and be listed in this database. So we love working with these local grocery stores that support Alabama farmers. We also work with a group of folks called Sweet Grown Alabama Ambassadors. They are social media influencers who help us post sponsored content on their pages. So not on our Sweet Grown Alabama pages, but on their respective pages to reach their followers, to tell their followers the Sweet Grown Alabama story, to highlight farmers on their page so that they can learn about Sweet Grown Alabama. So last year, this was the group that we got to work with, and we reached a combined 165,000 followers on their pages, which is huge. It's a great outreach for us. So that's another way that our members get to take advantage of our marketing dollars to ensure that your story is being told. This year, thanks to a specialty crop block grant, we will actually have 6 ambassadors, and those are slowly being introduced on social media over the course of the month. So check out our social media if you haven't already, so that you can kind of meet those ambassadors and see who will be helping tell our story this year. We have another group of people that we like to work with. Several of them are here on the call, and I'm going to turn it over to Ashling for her to kind of tell us about these people that we get to partner with to also help tell the Sweet Grown story.
Sure. Thanks, Ellie. Excuse me, y'all. I would be remiss if I did not get to talk about these folks that help Ellie and I so much telling the Sweet Grown story. You know, we are just the two of us in our small program, but we want to be at all the small things. We want to be at your Rotary clubs. We want to be at your Farm City meetings and your extension meetings. But we found last year that it was not doable for us to be everywhere. So we enlisted the help of Sweet Grown Alabama members because they can tell their story way better than we can. You know what you're doing, you know why you farm and why you love what you do. So we have enlisted the help of Sweetgreen Alabama members as area advisors. This is what we call them. And you'll see here that not all of the counties are listed. So we started this program very small because this was a new thing for us. But we have since then found area 1, 3, 5, and 7, and those folks will be joining us this year. So all of the counties will be represented, and I encourage anyone that decides to join after this to really reach out to the people in your area and ask them why they joined Sweetgreen Alabama, why they love the program and have utilized the program, because that's what these people are for. We have some of them on the call today, so if you have any questions or you see your county here and you want to reach out to them or have them come visit your farm, I know that they would love to do that. So getting into, Ellie talked a lot about of the large marketing things that we do, the billboards and the podcast ads. I'm going to kind of hit a lot of the, I don't want to say small marketing things we do, but a lot of the everyday and, the things that I work on mostly. Before I get into that, I want to highlight our Sweet Grown Alabama Christmas boxes. So I hope some of you have heard about these because they are such a big hit with not just the consumers, but with the farmers. It is such a great way for us to highlight our farmers and some of the products that they have. These go out all across the US. We start looking for products. I don't know, it seems like earlier every year. It seems like we've started in September to get ready for December. So this is just a great way that we can showcase a taste of Alabama, what Alabama has to offer. And we send these out after we purchase all the products from you. We allow people to buy these and we ship them and send them out, and with the hope that they see your farm name and that they will go and try to buy something from you later, or they will try to connect with farmers. If they live in California, they just get to see all the good stuff that Alabama has. So if you join and you have a value added product or something that can be shipped, we would love to highlight those in our Christmas box. We try to change it up every year, share the love so that everyone is able to be represented. And then if you're not selected for our Christmas boxes, Ellie has talked about our legislative luncheon, and just a small little thing we do for our state legislators is give them a little gift of Alabama products. So if you do not make the Christmas box list, we keep all of the submissions, and we will look through those and try to get a few small items that we can give to our legislators. So we keep this list year round, and anytime that we need to give a gift or something, we reach out through that. So that was just a little bit about our Christmas boxes. Some of the marketing that we do for our agritourism operations specifically, I mean, y'all know Alabama has everything from in the spring you pick strawberries to the fall you pick pumpkins, you pick Christmas trees. I mean, on here we've got muscadines and blueberry patches. There are so many wonderful things that Alabama has to offer. So we love to write blog posts on our website. If you haven't checked it out, I would highly encourage you to highlight these agritourism operations and these U-Pick operations. We will write these and list all of the ones in our program, and then we will send them out to the news media so that they can hopefully get in the paper or online. And then we also put these on our social media and in our newsletter. So some of the membership benefits that I would say are super important are if you look at the top, our Facebook page. So we have a members only Facebook page that we allow all of the Sweetgreen Alabama members to join. And this is kind of an informal way to talk to other Sweetgreen Alabama members and ask them, if they need extra produce because you might have an abundance and you can sell to another member, because we don't just connect farmers to consumers, but we want this to be a community. We want our farmers to get connected with other farmers so that you can help each other out if you need to. So that is our super informal Facebook members only page, and it's just fun. We will also, if Ellie and I need to get something out to you quickly, we will post on there and say, hey, this opportunity is coming up, or we have something going on. And so that's just a way we can communicate very quickly. We also have media webinars on our page. So when you join, you get a login information from us and you can log in, and we have tons of things about how to take good pictures, how to host an event, different media training, popular questions from the media. So we really want to help you grow your business, not just sell products, but to become better marketers, because we want to help you with that. I understand that it can be hard to leave the field all day and then go out and post on Facebook or try to talk to the media or promote your event. So we want to be able to do that for you and give you the right tools to do so. Another one of those ways promoting your events is our event calendar. This has kind of been growing the last 2 years. We have a calendar on our website where we will post, we pull from your Facebook, but you can always send them to us. We will post your events and then highlight them on social media so that consumers can find different things happening. You know, if you're a flower farmer and you are hosting a wreath building event or something like that, or a girls' night, or different things, we want to help you highlight that so that you can get the word out. Um, last on this page is writing blog posts for our website and our newsletter. So we send out a monthly e-newsletter to around, I think we were at 14,000 people in the state of Alabama last time I checked. And all of these people want to know about buying local. They want to get connected with farmers. So one thing that is super big is we allow you to tell your story yourself. Like I said earlier, you know, you can tell your story way better than we can. And we love to write feature blogs and feature articles on our members, but we allow a farmer to write their own story, and we will publish that in our blog and on our newsletter every month, and then also post that on social media. Another thing we started this past year is our members only newsletter. We have started this as kind of a way to get out the upcoming opportunities. I know that Ellie spoke a little bit about the pop-up events we have, and then also those you pick posts and things like that we do. We don't ever want to leave anyone out. We want to make sure everyone has all the things, the information that we're doing, because as I'm sure y'all have noticed through this webinar, there are a lot of things going on all the time. So we try to send out mid-month a newsletter and just some updates from me and Ellie, what's going on, some stuff from the website that you might not have seen that we can throw on there, different highlights that we're about to do. If it's strawberry season coming up, you know, we'll say, hey, we're about to do the You Pick article. If you have You Pick strawberries, please let us know. We don't want to leave you out. So that is a great resource that we have, is that newsletter, just telling you what's going on. Now, some of the more traditional marketing is our Facebook, our Instagram, I'm still calling it Twitter, but our X, things like that, that we try to post every day. We want people to know what's going on in the state, but then we also want our members to see what we've got going on as well. So some of these ways that we help highlight our members and highlight the things going on is through those social media pages. You'll see on here that we do a Member Monday. It might not be every Monday, but once we have, you see 5 of those farmers on there or businesses on there, once we get 5 new ones, we do a Monday post. And so we want to go ahead and do one big highlight of you to let people know that you've joined Sweet Grown Alabama. And you can share this and feel free to comment. They get lots of traction, so people really enjoy those. Then we have Testimonial Tuesdays, where we allow the farmers to send in, if you've ever had someone say, hey, I found you through the website, or I love buying from you because you're a local farmer, or if you work with another Sweet Grown Alabama member. We want to be able to tell these stories. And so I encourage people to send them to us, because we don't always know what's going on. But if you will just email us, and I promise you're never bothering us, if you email us and tell us about all the great things going on, we love to share your story on social media.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Ashley. And then there was one thing that I cut her off, and I'm sorry, but we're running out of time. She also highlights Day in the Life on Instagram. So if you join, that's another thing you'll be having an opportunity to do. Real quick, and then we're going to turn it over for any quick questions. We've got 4 exciting things I want to touch on that are coming up for 2025. Number 1, we have been asked to take over the promotion of Gulf seafood products. So that's something new that you're going to start to see about. It's a big show that our program has been successful because the Department of Conservation asked us to do that. Next, we have a partnership with This Is Alabama to help promote our program. We also have a partnership with the Rick Burgess Show for radio ads to promote our program, and a partnership with the Restaurant and Hospitality Association to start promoting more products on restaurant menus. So we're super excited for the future. If you haven't already, check out that website, follow us on social media, and then take a picture of this screen. These are our contact information as well as a link to the membership application. It does look like our Zoom is about to get cut off, but take a picture of our contacts, call us if you have questions, and then if you're ready to join online, go to sweetgrownalabama.org, join now. You fill out that application and then Ashling will approve it and send you an invoice. Once you pay that invoice, then we will onboard you as a member and you'll get a welcome packet email that tells you all the details of how to make the most of your membership, and we will go from there.